It's time to eat what Allan's bringing.
I've been looking forward to this now because I was going to get a snack after the show, but I got to go by Costco after the show, pick up a few things, get some toilet paper and some other things. But I mean,
some wipes, bleach wipes stuff.
Hey, listen, there is no substitute for wipes or toilet paper.
Yeah,
you gotta have those for sure. But
great deal on roses too.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's what we heard yesterday. It's like, okay. So anyway, we digress. Allan.
Oh, yeah, there's a great one to follow up.
Yeah. I forgot. We're talking about food with Allan, not toilet paper. Did you bring in toilet paper with you, Allan?
Well, we can, I guess. But,
All right, this thing's off the rails. So what do we got today, Allan, the food dude?
Right down the lovely river from us, it happens to be Mardi Gras.
Oh.
So I decided, let's go to New Orleans today, and let's crack these babies open, and let's dive into some serious 3-day-old red beans and rice.
Right. Oh, the old red beans and rice, and it looks like cheese on the top?
Yeah, get a little sprinkle of cheese on there, and just a nice, warm, it's been a rainy day, great, serious laundry day comfort food.
Is there bacon in here?
No, what you have is some smoked pork belly.
Oh. All right, yeah. Even though you want to identify the protein before we went on the air.
And I said it'd give it away because y'all looking at it like, what's in here? And I'm like, the minute I start going some smoked pork and there's red beans and, pop, there you go.
Is red beans and rice something you typically just have? I remember the time that I spent in Japan, they always had, the rice cooker was always full of rice.
Yes.
In New Orleans and Louisiana, red beans and rice is sort of always.
That was always the laundry day special. Because, it's laundry day, so everybody's going to be out scrubbing laundry all day. They haven't got time to spend all day in the kitchen. So they'd put a big old pot of dried red beans on the stove early in the morning. About lunchtime, they'd go through and chuck in some tomatoes, some chilies, your pork, whatever it is you were going to clean out of the fridge that day. And they would just let that slow simmer all day. And just for dinner, make a nice big pot of rice. Boom. Red beans and rice, the washing day special.
It's about texture, Allan, and there's something in here that I don't like.
Nope.
Well, really, I mean,
what do you not like?
Something can taste good, but then there's a texture that kind of can throw you off. You know what I'm talking about, Danny?
Pork belly?
And I think it's the pork belly.
I think it's because it doesn't melt in your mouth. You have to chew it a little bit. I think that's what's throwing you off a little bit. It's delicious.
No, well, good. Thank you.
You think is that it, Ditch?
Well, Ditch is always.
Is it the meat or is it the rice or beans? There's only three. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. What is it? No, it's the meat.
It's the fact that it's a pork belly. It's not it's not pork chop or something like that. It's more like your fat back.
I separate that out, and the rest of it's great.
Well, there you go. That's all you got to do.
I will never order red beans and rice at a restaurant. I think because it's like you said, the texture. There's something always just one thing off. Gumbo, same way. I'm not a big seafood eater. I can eat seafood by itself. I don't like it mixed in.
You don't like them touching?
Yeah, well, kind of. Something with seafood. But I can't wait to go get the recipe because this is delicious. This is absolutely fantastic. I have avoided red beans and rice and gumbo, I'm going to say, for 20 years. Because
she's issuing me a challenge now.
No, I'm just one thing can just throw you off and not like it for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
And I'm glad I got to try this today. It is fantastic.
Yeah, it's all about texture for me. And like my mom used to make chipped beef. She it was like this in this gravy sauce over toast.
That's SOS.
It was so disgusting.
That's stuff on a shingle.
And
chipped beef with cream gravy.
Oh my! It was the texture of the beef or something.
Well,
that I was
the chipped beef
scarred
has the
for
texture
life,
like pig leather. That is the toughest slice of luncheon meat ever created.
Once chipped up.
Oh yeah, once that chipped beef. If you've ever seen that, you can almost wear it.
Is it not good enough to make like boots out of? So they're like, well, chip it up and eat it.
Man,
we can't even make boots out of it.
Welcome to military. There's a reason it was called stuff on a shingle.
Yeah.
So
now, do people usually put sausage in it?
Your choice. I happen to have this wonderful smoked pork sitting there that I was like, let's knock this out. Or a big thing is they use like a boudin sausage, which is a nice mix. And
I think Ditch likes andouille.
Andouille?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Ditch would have liked the andouille mixed in there. I think there was a certain texture that he was expecting, and then it threw him off a little bit. Fair enough, because
you get that kind of skin texture that comes with the fat back and comes with the pork belly.
But that's talking about why you need a recipe, because that's what Danny's talking about. You'll go to a certain part of the country, like New Orleans, and go, I like that. I want to try to make that at home, and you just kind of got to go rogue and grab some stuff from the Kroger and go, I'm gonna whip this up and make me some red beans and rice. And then you're like, as soon as you bite into it, you're like, this isn't the same. This is
not the same.
That's my dad's like, I'm not going to order it in a restaurant.
The dirty little secret to almost anything Creole or Cajun is going to be that magic word,
hot
roux.
sauce. Oh,
roux. R-O-U-X.
Yeah.
When all that is browned flour.
Huh.
Now, what you're looking at there, because you look at it, it's a nice dark brown.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that is a roux that I caramelized until it turned a true caramel color. And that gives it that deep, rich brown flavor, for lack of a better word. So that when you eat that, it's not a light. You can tell you're not eating something light. This isn't like a clear chicken broth or something like that. This has packs a lot of flavor.
dump in some Zatarans.
But well, I'll be honest. The Zatarans red beans and rice mix is not a bad place to start. That would be my first advice to Danny. Would be like, get one of those, try it with a couple of different proteins, and that's not a bad place to start learning. Because then you start doing stuff like, well, we're going to add the onions early. Now we're going to start adding a little red pepper. We're going to add bell peppers. We're going to add. And next thing you know, you've got the Danny version of red beans and rice that everybody thinks is absolutely fabulous.
And I don't know if it was because you were saying warm, but I physically felt my body get warmer.
It's cold
and I don't
in
know
here,
if
too,
it's because
so
you were
warm
saying it while I was hearing it, while I was eating, but I might as well have had a shot of bourbon at a cold fall football game.
No, it's cold in here. He actually literally hung the pork belly in here before he prepared it.
And this wasn't high on your heat list.
That's why I like
it
that.
wasn't real high on your heat list.
Again, you can add whatever you want. You just can't take it out.
So the key is roux?
True.
Yes. Yep.
Roux.
Browned flour.
Browned flour. How often do you roux your food?
Anytime I make something Creole.
Well, there it is.
Well, I didn't rue eating this. This was great.
Awesome.
All right, where can they find this? We'll post this up at newstalk989.com. And, Allan, you always post up your recipes.
They'll be at thecookingtodayshow.com.
There it is, Allan the Food Dude. Thanks. The Last Word with Danny's coming up next here on Memphis Morning News.